Hello, and welcome back to episode 2, week 2 of UPL season 9. And today we're going to look to get on to a 2-0 start to the season. And before we start the match, we're waiting for our opponent to actually finish a Smash match, to which I wish him the best of luck. As a Smash player myself, I think it's really cool that he plays, and I'd like to get to play him sometime. But today we're gonna be the ones victorious here. And how were we gonna do that? Well, it's a good question, and let me show you what we got over here. And let's take a look at his team actually first and foremost. And if you can see here, he's got a pretty good team. I think gets bopped by flying and ice a little bit, but otherwise a pretty solid balanced team in my humble opinion. Glysaur is going to be really annoying. Thankfully I have a way to deal with that in a bit. Dugtrio trapping on things that can volt turn, like Boltund, Azelf. I'm not sure if Empoleon gets like flip turn, and if it does it's going to be an issue. Glysaur. Butterfree gets teleport if he decides to bring it. So like there are ways for this team to be very scary, and there's like not a lot of dead weight on this team, I think. Like even Licky can be like a decently bulky like assault vest user or something. Yeah, so he's got Mega Venusaur, Urshifu, Single, Azelf, Empoleon, Duraludon, Slurpuff, Licky, Glysaur, Dugtrio, Boltund, and Butterfree. And let me just make sure he doesn't just finish my set. I'll go to gaming disc. Okay. Let him know I'm on sports. Send a challenge to. So yeah, so just a real quick running through the team here. Specs Ninetales with pretty standard stuff off. Nothing on his team can switch into a Fire Blast, so basically everything gets 2 KO'd by Fire Blast on Specs in Sun. And Memento is an interesting move that I think we can maybe make use of to allow either Salamence or Hawlucha to get a free like setup turn with Swords Dance and Dragon Dance for both of them. And Electros, I'm going to bring it once again this week. It's a very solid, specially defensive pivot with Drain Punch to heal back some damage and actually 2-hit KO both Duraludon and Empoleon, which is really nice. Aqua Tail for Glysaur and Dugtrio, sorry. Flash Cannon was for Slurpuff because it does a minimum 50 to like standard Slurpuff. I'm a little bit afraid of Belly Drum. Iron Tail is an option that we could consider. I don't really like doing the miss. Knockoff is interesting in that it actually allows us to OHKO Azelf, whereas U-turn doesn't after rocks. And knockoff is generally useful, so I think we're going to go ahead and actually pop that on. I'm working off of the better physical attack that we have invested as well. I see the challenge, give me 1 second. And then we have Hawlucha, Misty Steed paired with Weezing, just standard stuff. Defog on Weezing is going to be our general like Fizz Def. We got Sludge Wave and we got Misty Explosion to also get Hawlucha or Salamence Muscle Hawlucha a free in. Aromatherapy is of course Swords that's been more toxic. Mew is going to be just able to OHKO Glysaur with Ice Beam, Dazzling Gleam for Urshifu, that's not Scarf, and we outspeed it. Psychic does about 65 to Venusaur, which is great, and Rocks and Salamence. We've got standard 3 attacks plus Dragon Dance with Life Orb for extra damage. Moxie, I was considering Intimidate, but let me just make sure everything is right. Looks like everything is right, and with that, let's go into the match. Madland by Butterfree. I love it. Okay, so Slurpuff came as I expected. No Venusaur, which is very, very interesting. Because even though he could like use it outside of Max, or not Max, because I'm not talking Max, outside of Mega for Chlorophyll. shenanigans. And that could have honestly thrown me off. And Porygon Bot's gonna join in as well, because that's a new thing that we added. Licky, I didn't expect either. Wow, what is this? None of the things I got at prep for gave. I mean, Urshifu obviously. Butterfree I wasn't expecting. I like the fact that I changed to knockoff because it does really well against this team. So no Empoleon or Duraludon, which is very interesting. Not gonna lie, Salamence kinda has a field day. Earthquake was specifically for Empoleon and Duraludon, but Levitate's gonna be slightly annoying. No Glysaur, which is no Dugtrio, is the thing that catches me off guard. I have no idea what he's gonna lead. I mean, probably Azelf, but I need to make sure I lead something that can deal with Butterfree and Slurpuff setup. And I can't get slept under misty terrain. I don't see what's stopping me from going Weezing here. I'm gonna go ahead and click it. There's the Azelf. Okay, that's fine. Now, Azelf, it's probably a suicide lead set, and so if it's a special Azelf, which it probably is, it's gonna be slightly annoying. I know it has Explosion, which, wow, only does half to us, which is great. That's fantastic, because we are max defense. Sludge Wave does half. Huh. I mean, he's probably setting rocks. I mean, if we get any sort of chip on this thing. I don't see what's stopping me from doing that. Oh, wow. Okay. You banded? Wow. You're banded and that was like a max roll. He was pretty free then, right? I probably should have calced that. Oh yeah, that's fine. We just get rocks. Yeah. Oh. Okay, what I want to know is does close combat Oko Bolton? I mean, I doubt it's Sash. Bolton. Wow, okay, so if it's Life Orb, Bolton just kind of pops, and I am adamant. Let me see how much damage non-item acrobatic does to Slurpuff, because that's important. I don't know. I'm not in a great spot, am I? I'm not in a great spot at all. Yeah, because Psychic Fang's here, play rough. So if he goes for Psychic Fangs, that's an issue. Does Electros even do a lot? I mean, like, he's mostly physical. It's like all physical. Couldn't actually do that. Okay, there's Thunderfang. That did nothing. He's not Life Orb. Okay, good. And we can get Weezing back in for an extra Misty Terrain prop as well. I don't see what is stopping us from U-turning here. Ooh, can we get Halucha now, actually? I kind of like this, actually. Oh. What does Licky Licky do to us? I don't even know what this thing does. Depending on what happens, we can maybe get Lega Swords, and we'll find just a random. What do you do? Can you Thunder Wave me? You cannot Thunder Wave me. You could Zen Headbutt me, I guess. You can Blizzard me off of a special attack. You can Ice Beam, you could Ice Punch. You could Icy Wind. You could more likely Rock Tomb. I'm pretty sure we outspeed everything and Sash, like we break Sash with rocks. I think like SD is pretty free, isn't it? Like I don't want support, especially defensive. Let's pretend it's like max attack here. And like, I don't know, body slam. Yeah, I mean like the worst that happens, he can fish for paralysis, but I don't see it. Oh no. That's really bad for him, huh? And like, yeah, Misty Terrain, part of the thing with Misty Terrain is like, prevents Toxic. So it wasn't the greatest like play in the world for me to like come in and like without Misty Terrain up, but I still got the Unburden proc, and I felt like this was a risk I was willing to take, whether getting Toxic or getting potentially parried or something. But I mean, I want to know Packrobatic skills. +2 on adamant, I have no item. I'm gonna be safe in close combat here. I did not expect choice band Azelf. No, that was nice. I think I have to keep close combating, right? I'm afraid that like Sucker Punch is gonna kill me. From yeah, I have Packrobatic here. Oh. I mean, I had like no other choice. Nice. How much does Dazzling Gleam do? Probably doesn't kill. I'm surprised Slurpuff lived. God, it's bulky. Okay. Huh. It's like defensive. Wow. Like some defense. That's insane. Wow. I didn't expect defensive Slurp up at all. Okay. Gators is hitting me with some cool stuff. I like it. So he's physically defensive, which means you can come in and probably like timid. Just in case. How much Dazzling Gleam does? 25 to 29, that's a roll. But I mean, it doesn't hit me with anything back. I'm willing to take this risk. I'm willing to take the risk that he switches into Urshifu here. Well, now he's not going to switch into Urshifu, so I'm going to hit with Psychic. Great. Okay, so Heavy Duty Boots Butterfree. What does Ice Beam do? Ice Beam is a chance. Oh, okay. Okay, Sleep Powder. I don't think he has a way to deal with Ninetales, but I want Surge up so he can't like sleep me. I want Misty Rain up so he can't sleep me. It's gonna explode real quick. That's fine. Yeah. I should be able to live a Bug Buzz with AV, what's his face? Electros, right? Bug Buzz. Oh yeah. Not even close. Not even close. Okay, yeah, we're good. And then, I mean, U-turn probably kills. Yeah. That's fine. So we can scout. No, but then Hazelf comes in. Yeah, I'm actually gonna scout to see if it's Scarf or Shoe or not. This isn't over yet. You know. So basically, if he outspeeds me, I outspeed him. Alright. So that is not Scarf, which is great news for me. It means I can just fly real quick. Don't miss. Good. Alright. Okay, whatever Alzop does. GG. I don't think the Toxic Mist honestly mattered much. I mean, it mattered in the moment, I think. But in retrospect, I don't know if it actually like, changed the way he played, especially because like Slurpuff lived and he probably went like defensive Slurpuff, like knowing that it could take a hit from something. I think, like, I don't know. Especially because it clicked Gleam. It probably was either for like Salamence and or Holucha. But yeah, so we are 2-0. Maybe we got a little bit lucky, but I think getting Holucha in on Licky Licky was great. To be able to get in a position to do that is fantastic for us, I think. And turn 1 was really rough for us, and the fact that we were able to bring it around was fantastic. Like, the last thing I expected that Azelf to do was to hit me with Abandoned Zen Headbutt. That was insane. Like, if we got flinched here, there was a chance, like if we got flinched on both Salamence and Ninetales, there's a chance we just lose that game, which is insane. And so I'm just trying to think of like things that I could have done better. Like in hindsight, yeah, switching out turn 1 probably to me would have been a great play, like a much better play. Just because, like I had a Mew specifically for like Glysaur basically and Urshifu, but not knowing that Urshifu wasn't Scarf made it like still valuable to keep around. So I wasn't entirely keen on eating an explosion. I probably could have ate one, but would not have been great. But I think maybe switching there turn 1 would have been the play. Yeah. Other things that I could have done better, probably positioning better around Misty Terrain and Lucha, but I took what was in front of me and we went with it and we got 3 kills, so it was like fine. And yeah, I mean, overall, like really good game. Some of the sets the Gators brought was I didn't expect it at all, and like that was fantastic. But yeah, we're 2-0. I'm very happy, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And we're gonna probably look at going 3-0 next week, and I'm really excited for that. So stay tuned and have a great day, and thank you so much. 2-0, baby. Let's go.